Hi everyone, you're welcome back to the channel. This is 401 styling. Today we are going to be making this type of sleeve you are looking here. It's also called shirt sleeve or a cuff sleeve. Okay, so to make a shirt sleeve now, you will need your basic sleeve pattern just like I have here. Okay, go ahead and draft your basic sleeve. Okay, so after that, now you come to the hem of the sleeve like this and take your round measurement, your wrist measurement rather. So for this I'm going to be using 4 inches. Okay, then you mark it like this on both sleeve. After which you have marked it, you're going to notch that point. Okay, this will guide us to know where exactly to place our cuff rather. So after that, you notch it just like you see me doing like this. So after that, now I'll be working on one of the sleeve. Okay, I'll just use that as an example for us. The next thing you want to do, you see these points that are notched. Okay, from there we are going to mark 2.5 inches. Okay, so you mark 2.5 inches and you mark that point just like I have done. Okay, so 2.5 inches, that is where our cuff will be. So from there you can measure 5 or 4 inches upward like this. Okay, I'll just remark that line. Okay, it can be 4 and it can also be 5 inches depending on how you want it to be. Then you're going to open it like this. Okay, so that is where we are going to have our cuff slits. Okay, so then you do the same thing on the other sleeve, but make sure that when you are doing it, you do it on the opposite side so that the opening will not be on one side, it will not be facing same side. Okay, as you can see now, I have it on the opposite direction. Just make sure that you place it in a way that it will not confuse you. Now you're going to cut a fabric of 2.5 inches wide and 7 inches long for the placket. And then as for the banding, we are going to cut 5 inches long and 2 inches wide. Okay, the reason why this is like that is because I added 2 inches to the length of the slit. That makes it 7 inches. Okay, now we're going to turn the fabric, that is the sleeve, you turn it to the right side, and you see this banding is going to be placed on the shortest part of the slit like this, and you're going to sew it down. So after that, now this is what it should look like. You trim off the excess. Okay, so after that we are going to work on the placket. To work on the placket, you have to turn the fabric to the wrong side. Okay, we are going to be placing it on this opening like this. Okay, I already turned it to the wrong side. Okay, then we are going to place the placket. The wrong side will be facing the wrong side. Okay, then you are going to place it very close to the opening like this, and you are going to start the sewing from the end of the opening downward on 0.5 inches seam allowance. Okay, so now I'm done stitching down. What you want to do next is to turn this to the right side, and you flip the placket to the right side like I just did. Okay, so what we want to do now is to use this to cover up this sewing. You're going to fold it once, then you're going to place it on it again like this, but make sure that the way you are going to be placing it is covering the banding. Okay, make sure that it covers the banding by the time you fold it. You're going to have 1 inch folding at least. Okay, so after folding it like this, you are going to run a stitch on it downward, and at the top like this. By the time you get to the top, you're going to fold in the allowance at the top. You fold in like 1 inches. Okay, and you're going to sew it round back to the end of the banding. Okay, now I have gone ahead and done that. This is what it should look like, and this is what the wrong side will be. As you can see, it overlap each other a little bit. So after doing that, now what we want to do is to create the band on the wrist, because when we are taking the measurement of the sleeve, we are going to remove like 2 inches for the band. Okay, so you turn the sleeve to the wrong side like this. Make sure that everything lays. Then you measure your wrist measurement, then you sew it round. So after that, now you cut a piece of fabric for your banding. Go ahead and measure your wrist measurements. Okay, for this I'll be using 7.5. Then you're going to cut a fabric on fold, or you make it double and you stitch down both sides. Okay, it's going to be 3 inches wide, so plus 1 inch seam allowance, that makes it 3 inches. Remember, from the length of the sleeve I deduct 2 inches. I am going to fold it like this in a way that is going to accommodate your wrist measurement. Okay, so go ahead and fuse an interface, also known as SD, and you leave about 0.5 inch seam allowance on both sides. So now I'm done fusing the SD, and this is what it should look like. What you want to do now is to fold and stitch down this side, but the way you are going to be folding it, you're going to fold in like about 0.25 or 0.5 depending on the allowance you have. You fold one side and you stitch it down like that. You leave the other side open. This will make it easier for you to turn around when you want to finish up the hem of the sleeve. And I already used my pressing iron to press it. As you can see how flat it lays. So this is what it's going to look like. Now what you want to do now is to sew the side of your sleeve upward like this with your sewing allowance. Okay, so I'm done sewing. This is what it should look like. Then you're going to turn it to the right side. Now this is what you should have. Okay, so now we're going to use this band. We're going to sew this band round from the beginning of the placket back to the end of the plackets. Okay, but mind you, are going to have a little bit of excess, and this excess, what you're going to do is to have some pleats. Okay, so make sure that the side that you do not fold in is where you're going to place. The side that you do not fold in is where you're going to place on the hem of the sleeve like this. You can start from the placket and you can also start from the band, but make sure that you're sewing it from the wrong side of the fabric. So by the time you are done, here you have a little bit of pleats, like 1 or 2 depending on the allowance you have. The reason why it's like that is because your exact wrist measurement might be different a little bit, because the wrist is smaller than that point where the band will start from. So you can use a pin to secure the beginning and the end like this, so that you'll be able to have the excess in one place. Now this is what it's going to look like. So then you're going to turn. This is the pleats. I have about just 2 there. So then to finish up with the hem of the sleeve, remember I said we should fold in 0.5 when we are joining the sleeve. So this is how it should look like. It will make it easier for you to sew. Okay, just like I have it here. Okay, so by the time you fold it, this is how it's going to look like, and you're going to fix your button and buttonholes at this point. Okay, so let's just go ahead and sew this part down. Okay, this hem area, I'm going to sew it down now. So guys, this is what I have at the end. Okay, it is very neat. I really love the outcome. This is the reason why you need to fold in your 0.5 and press it with the pressing iron. It will make it easier for you to sew. Okay, so you go ahead and fix your fastener, maybe your press button, cuff links, and so on, and so that whatever you want to use on that part. Here I'm going to be using you can even fix a hook and eye, or you fix your button and button also. So guys, this is what I have at the end. I did the second one off camera because I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, if you really enjoyed this video, you watch this moment, please do not forget to click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. If you have a request or anything, kindly drop in the comment section. Do not forget to like and share this video. Thank you very much. See you in my next video. Bye.